France/Congo's Jesus Mokima and the Czech Republic's Martin HORSKY. How about that size difference? One coming from super heavyweight, one coming from featherweight, and here they are meeting at 88 kilogram catch weight, more or less middleweight, you know, slightly above.
It's almost like one is really close and one is really far away. That's, that's how distinct that head movement. Oh, that is a dangerous game to play.
Hey, we saw some of those dances.
Oh, huge shot over the top. And he initiates the tie clinch. Mokima has serious power in his hands. Huge takedown.
Wow, I was not expecting that coming in, but he cut the distance great, danced his way in there, just like he did into the cage, and here he is in a great position on the ground.
Landed a huge overhand and definitely rocked HORSKY. And now he's in the full mount position.
Oh, wow.
This is incredible. Aesthetically, if you were looking at these two fighters, you would not have anticipated this kind of start.
Oh, definitely not. But, oh, how about that takedown? Or sort of that reversal, rather, from HORSKY. He almost just threw his opponent off of him.
HORSKY implementing that core strength that we've been talking about during his walkout. Right now, he finds himself on top. What kind of a ground game does Mokima have off his back?
Yeah, I mean, as you mentioned in the walk-ins, Phil, he does have a couple choke losses, so...
Needs to mind that neck, yeah.
Yeah, if he... I mean, I would suspect that he's worked on that during this time off. But yeah, the strength of HORSKY, definitely something to behold. I mean, when he was a strongman, he deadlifted 340 kilograms. He benched 220. Those are some pretty insane stats.
Now he's landing big shots. Needs to be wary of the arm here. Mokima trying to work the arm bar. Doesn't quite have the space. Needs to create the angle. Has done so. Oh, I think the point of the elbow is just safe, Sebastian.
Yeah, I do believe so. He might be able to pull out. Yeah, his elbow's not quite in it.
Oh, but landing big hammer fist. Giddy up, HORSKY.
And you know, some guys, they win the genetic lottery, some don't. I mean, the body type that Mokima has traditionally doesn't lend itself all the best to sort of triangles and arm bars.
If you think, like, this is a smart game plan from HORSKY, putting heavy pressure against your opponent who hasn't been in the cage since 2018, wearing on them a little bit. There's cardio for training and then there's fight cardio. These two things are completely different.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I mean, look at that, Mokima back to his feet. He's got to be mindful of the knees, though. Trying to force his way to take down and gets it as well. He was down, but not out. Almost working on a kind of a modified crucifix position, working it into an arm triangle, perhaps.
I think there's some kind of impediment to the eye of HORSKY. You can see him grimacing quite a lot. I think that's the left eye. There seems to be some sort of obstruction there. I don't know whether it was a punch or...
Yeah, that's a good point, Phil. Yeah, he is grimacing quite a bit, blinking furiously.
Mokima happy to set in that anchor position now and land big shots. His shot selection's very intelligent. Not punching himself out, finding these little pockets of space.
Yeah, absolutely. He's definitely making them count.
For a guy that used to weigh 66 kilos and a guy that used to weigh 160 kilos, this is crazy.
I mean, you do see the darndest things in MMA, stuff that you would not imagine was possible. And it's so interesting that Mokima, despite coming from a boxing background, all of his finishes by way of submission. So right now, I mean, statistically, he is where he wants to be to get the finish.
HORSKY using brute strength to get up, but what goes up must come down. Oh!
Wow.
Now HORSKY's on top.
I mean, Mokima Airlines was in operation, but HORSKY managed to derail that flight.
Mokima Airlines considerably more trustworthy than EasyJet, but that's a different story. HORSKY on top now, just trying to solidify the position before he does anything else. Landing little short elbows and just trying to make it uncomfortable for Mokima on the bottom. Try and force him to expend as much energy as he can in this position.
Yeah, I mean, just staying heavy on his opponent, landing constant shots, keeping the volume out there. It's good work from HORSKY. And while perhaps he doesn't perhaps have the biggest wins per se as a pro, but I'd say his most impressive win actually comes as an amateur in when he defeated the 2019 World Cup bronze medalist Jindřich Krejča. And here he is, finishing things off on top position.
Big, deep breaths taken there by Mokima. Now he's making sure that the crowd are getting into it. We are locked and loaded, ready for round 2. And again, for Mokima, the same approach. Fake the takedown, go low, then come over the top with a big shot.
Oh, big strike there from Horsky.
Horsky charging now, pressuring Mokima against the cage.
And for tall fighters in the clinch, knees are always an ample weapon. And yeah, you see some there. Oh,
that's another good shot, but I think Mokima hasn't landed every takedown he's attempted so far.
Yeah, I think so too. And that is, you know, height isn't always an advantage when it comes to wrestling. Having a lower center of gravity, yeah,
100%, Seb.
Yeah, that could lend itself to an easier time getting takedowns. So, you know, it's not always about height. Short kings out there, keep that in mind.
Mokima doing a great job right now of just solidifying the position again. I'd like to see him get the hips a little bit lower. He's leaving quite a bit of space here.
Yeah.
That should Horsky be attuned to. He could get onto his hip in towards and try and reclaim half guard or guard.
And so far, Horsky more or less stalling. He doesn't seem to be working on anything offensively off of his back. And he might wind up in a crucifix position again that Mokima was looking for in the first round.
I wonder, is Mokima cut? I'm not quite sure. There's a little bit of blood on the shoulder of Horsky that I think has come. Oh, he's trying to work a guillotine. Could potentially switch to a Darce here. Also scope for a Peruvian necktie if he's feeling himself a little bit, but big, heavy sprawl.
Oh, and Horsky almost threw himself into north-south position bottom there.
Potential here for a Kimura from Mokima. Crucifix position.
Yeah, well, he's got a submission knockdown. He's got a guillotine.
Oh, he's out. But parlays, right. This, with the greatest of respect, this is some of the slowest action I've seen in MMA, but it is so entertaining.
Yeah, it's like a sloppy Saturday night hamburger meal. You know, it's
you know you shouldn't, but you can't keep away from it.
Exactly.
Horsky on top now, trying to reclaim a little bit of the round at the midway point. Nice short elbow.
We've still got half a round to go. I thought that a lot more time had elapsed, but it's just been such back and forth crazy action.
It really has been. It's been the best way to describe this fight has been pendulous.
Yeah. Pendulous. Now that's a $6 word right there.
I'm telling you, man, they don't pay me the big bucks. Well, at all, to be honest. But
yeah. So your vocabulary is cyclopean.
I don't know about that, but I sure do know some words. Referee stands them back up. Mokima taking big, deep breaths.
So is Horsky, but I think both these guys are tired. I would suspect that conditioning perhaps isn't before. Oh!
Tried the spinning elbow attack, the spinning back fist. My God, Mokima is entertaining.
Oh, yeah. You can tell why he's a favorite here in France.
Very much like the girl I took to my high school prom. It's not pretty, but by God, it's effective.
And again,
another big takedown.
Is it 100% takedown a success for Mokima? I think it's got to be.
Yeah. Very difficult round to score again. Both guys have been in top position.
Yeah, and neither really landing decisive ground and pound.
Yeah.
I mean, they're both keeping active for sure, but nobody has landed that big punch that sort of changed the picture of things.
Horsky on his way to get right back up again.
This truly is a Saturday night sloppy special right here.
Another takedown from Mokima. This fight is so entertaining.
Yeah. You'd think it was fun and a slip and slide the way we're going down.
Oh, transition. The slowest Kimura bump sweep I think you've ever seen. I say that with great respect and fondness, though.
Absolutely. But this is a good position for Vicek here in mount. He's got, he's trying to get a rear naked choke.
Trying to switch palm to palm, very late in the round. Landing big shots.
Horsky seems exhausted, though. He's not landing with the authority, but he needs to.
And my God, the chin of Makima. Referee taking a long, hard look at this. Hammer fist after hammer fist careering into the dome of Makima.
Horsky channeling his inner Donkey Kong right there at the end of the second round.
Here we go, third and final round, and you can tell how much the people here are enjoying this fight.
It's like you said earlier, this feels like such a throwback fight. It's like, oh.
More of a slip, I think, than a clean shot.
Yeah.
Fatigue definitely starting to play a part.
Big knee there from Horsky. Oh, and an elbow too.
Like we said at the start, Makima can take a licking and keep on ticking. This man completely unfazed by some huge shots.
I mean, I think some of that is a testament to the, his tough upbringing and early life in the Congo. I'm sure this is like a walk through a spring meadow in comparison.
You'd like to see the fan in me wants to see a little bit of separation here and big shots being landed.
Yeah, and honestly, I think Horsky should think about separating as well, because that height and reach advantage, which is so pronounced, it's not really serving him well here.
How did Makima make featherweight? That boy is thicker than a Snickers.
Yeah.
Trying to get in on yet another takedown. Can't quite see if he has the hands connected, but gets the takedown.
I gotta say, the takedown success from Makima is truly something to behold. Statistically, it's quite incredible.
There are three inevitabilities in this life: death, taxes, and Makima getting the takedown.
Clearly. And again, Horsky kind of trying to stall the position. Here he goes, sliding some strikes from the bottom.
Gives off kind of Krzysztof Soszyński vibes.
Now that you mention it, yeah. Yeah, he sure does. Something about heavily tattooed, bald Eastern European guys.
We love a wee scrap. And Horsky, much to his credit, is still landing shots from the bottom. Makima nestled into his chest. A little struggle snuggle. You can see Horsky trying to reach over for that bump sweep again.
Yeah. Makima unloads there with a couple strikes.
The atmosphere in the Reims Arena is electric from start to finish.
And chants of Kresu Bomaye raining in through the building. That means in Congolese, Kresu kill him. Made famous perhaps by Muhammad Ali in the Rumble in the Jungle when that was chanted by fans. Oh, look at that. Makima gets the full mount position again.
Horsky trying to bridge. There is space there for him to get his leg in.
Yeah.
Potential to reclaim half guard.
I mean, Horsky could perhaps go for a sweep as well.
Using the cage to his advantage. Oh, it transitions beautifully. Now he is on top.
This is such a nuts fight right here.
I'm loving every single second of this. Horsky needs to do something definitive now. 90 seconds left in the round. He needs to either finish the opponent or land some heavy, heavy ground and pound. Because more often than not, in a fight like this, it's usually he who finishes the strongest gets the nod.
Yeah, I mean, if it's even enough, then what is going to stick out with the judges? Whoever has the biggest exclamation point by their sort of offense. Horsky could make that him here, but he's got to sort of create a little bit of space, posture up, and then just rain down strikes.
He needs to be wary of a head-on triangle from bottom here. How crazy would that have been?
Statistically very rare, but possible.
Horsky doing just enough, but referee has seen enough, wants to get them to their feet, and this could be just as advantageous for Horsky right now.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, especially if he managed to get one of those clinch positions up against the cage where he's been great at landing knees. Nice little embrace there. It's not over yet, though, guys. Keep that guard up.
Look at that, that head movement in the third round of a fight against somebody who is as dangerous.
I mean, Mokima's got rhythm. Oh! He's styling right now.
Mokima has just entered the matrix, going full Neo.
I mean, right, is this MMA or a dance contest?
Most entertaining fight so far?
You know what? Yeah, it's almost a guilty pleasure of a fight, but I am loving it. Those were 3 very fun, very crazy rounds.
Mesdames et messieurs, le vainqueur, décision unanime des juges, le coin rouge, Martin HORSKY.
Congratulations, Martin. Thank you. Thank you.